Well, it looks like wrestling content is making a comeback onto this channel. It has been such a long time since I've uploaded a Grand Slam episode, just a wrestling video of any kind on this channel. More particularly that just talks about wrestling. I'm not talking about any sort of wrestling gameplay, which I've yet to do that. And also on top of it, it's been a while since we've had an 11 o'clock episode that simply talks about wrestling. So, yeah, Grand Slam is back. And I don't have an official, time to do this all at, date or time or anything. So I could do Saturdays at, 10 in the morning or something. Somewhere in the morning, I don't know. I'll figure it out, but yeah, this is a very, very interesting episode here because I do want to talk about two signings that recently happened within the last 3 days or so. Sorry, I meant the last 24 hours. The last 24 hours, we have had two big signings in this company, and I'm going to talk about the first one here because I'll save the other one for last. Because ladies first in this case, Valerie Loureda, who is a Bellator MMA fighter at 23 years old, has officially signed with WWE as of the day that I'm recording this, June 30th. Yesterday, June 29th, almost 24 hours ago. And I found this news out through Instagram because I actually have been following her since about month and a half ago. So to the story leading up to this is kind of interesting because she went to her first WrestleMania this past April. Don't know if it was night 1 or night 2, but it was from there. That's what she really fell in love with, the entertainment. She fell in love with the storytelling. She fell in love with pretty much everything that there is about professional wrestling within the WWE. And then from there, she had a tryout in late April, early May, and she had been wanting to. She didn't want to leave the Performance Center. She didn't want to stop trying out, even if she wasn't signed. But yeah, as of June 29th, almost 2.5 months later, she gets signed. And she is the first Cuban wrestler, first Cuban woman to be a WWE superstar in their case, which I'm going to call them wrestlers because that's exactly what they are. It's just superstar is just another name for wrestler. My thoughts on the Valerie Loureda signing. This one I'm actually kind of interested in. Yes, I understand she's a celebrity. Yes, I understand she wasn't a part of the independent scene in any sort, unlike somebody like Shayna Baszler, for instance. But aside from Shayna Baszler, that's not who we're talking about. We're talking about Valerie Loureda. She is, in some cases, is similar to Nikita Lyons when it comes to that MMA kind of Bellator-like background. So I'm actually really curious as to how WWE is going to how they're gonna basically book Valerie in this case. Are they gonna book what kind of feuds are they gonna book her in? What kind of run is she gonna have? Is it gonna be a run that leads her to the NXT Women's Championship? Is she going to be a tag team with somebody like Nikita Lyons? Is her first rivalry / feud, is her first feud going to be with Nikita Lyons? Only time will tell. I mean, we don't know exactly what she's like in the ring yet. We won't until she finally gets in there, because her first match will be in NXT 2.0. So that will be interesting. I'm honestly, I might watch to see when she'll be making her in-ring debut. And here's another thing. We have no idea what her new name is probably going to be. They might keep it as Valerie Loureda, but then again, it's WWE. They could change it at some point. We're just gonna have to wait and see what the future holds for Valerie Loureda, and I wish her nothing but the best of luck. Now on to the second signing, Logan Paul. I'm sorry, what? Listen, Logan Paul has built such a career for himself on the internet. A career that is filled with triumph and stupidity. A career that is filled with being the good guy, but also being the bad guy all at the same time. And heck, he was even a boxer. Like he fought KSI twice, and in some technicality lost twice. I mean, I know the first fight ended in a draw, but he still lost. And heck, even the second fight, that's another one that he actually officially lost. He can't. I don't think he's even built up the same stats as Jake Paul did. In boxing, I know Jake's undefeated. Logan definitely for sure is not. But still, it's like at the same time. But fast forwarding, I mean, Logan has made some appearances in WWE. I mean, last year he made some appearances. He even got a stunner from Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. I think it was night 2 that last year. And then this year, he's paired up with The Miz, taking on the Mysterios. He wasn't half bad in the ring, but he was a little clumsy at times. He was a little sloppy at times, but just at the same time, Logan Paul in a WWE ring on a weekly basis. I don't really think I can get behind that one, honestly, because it's just, sure, Logan is not, as I mentioned, Logan is not terrible in the ring, but he's not that good either. I mean, we've already seen it. So, I mean, I don't know if it's something I'm going to get behind just right now, because again, we have no idea what his in-ring skills or his mic skills are going to look like on a week-to-week basis. We've only seen them in small little blips here and there. But yeah, I really don't know. That's something I don't think I can really get behind fully as of right now. So, yeah. So this will be interesting. I really don't know what the future is going to hold for the both of them, as I mentioned. So we'll just have to wait and see. And hopefully, I understand they're both celebrities, and they really haven't been anywhere in the independent scene other than where they've been both in the combat scene with Bellator MMA for Valerie Loureda, and then boxing for Logan Paul. So I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, really. So this should be pretty interesting. But if there's somebody that I'm really interested in watching, for sure, Valerie Loureda. It's not simply because she's an attractive woman. I think because of her combat skills, because of her background in combat, it should be really interesting to see if she's going to be able to use combat in the ring. Most likely she will. I mean, just look at Nikita Lyons. But yeah, it should be pretty interesting. If any of you stumble upon this video, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I would love to read them over and, yeah, probably maybe start up a conversation in the comments or something if I'm up to it. I don't know yet, but thank you guys a lot for watching. If you like this, be sure to give it a like, and if you haven't considered subscribing yet, I recommend you do so to keep up with some fine content coming out in the near future. That about does it for me. I'll see you in the next one.